Hello, fam. Welcome to day 4 coverage, I believe, of the bull run. If you're not familiar with our channel, Conspiracy Crypto, we call it Conspiracy Crypto because I'm a truth seeker. And it seems like a lot of the things that I used to think were conspiracies I have proven to myself anyway that they are in fact true. And I'm gonna do a quick adjustment of camera. So for me, it's kind of an affectionate reference to the fact that, it seems like all of the stuff that I used to think was crazy, whacked out conspiracy stuff. Again, most of it and a lot of other stuff, a lot of extra stuff, I have come to see as the truth. So that's kind of the background why I call the channel Conspiracy Crypto. In addition to that, aside from the personal side of things, on the blockchain in crypto, there are a lot of communities that are developed and came out of the conspiracy world, right? Or what I like to call the truther world, the truth-seeking part of the internet. So one of our favorite tokens here is the DOME token. And that's the token that I like to call the official flat earth token. And so we'll take a look at it first. Just in general, I think today the Bitcoin has been back up around 100K. You know, right now we're still in the part of the market where we're waiting on Bitcoin to continue its pump upward. That oftentimes, if you're new to crypto, generally what happens is there's a flow of capital from Bitcoin into Ethereum, and then from Ethereum into other alternative coins, or altcoins is what we like to call them. So we're just now at the beginning of what in crypto is known as alt season. So here we go. I'm about to share the screen for the DOME token, and we'll take a look at its chart. The DOME token was founded by a staple in the flat earth community, and his name is Dave Weiss. And if you're not familiar with Dave, he goes by, or his website is flatearthdave.com, and we all affectionately call him Flat Earth Dave. So if you are not familiar with flat earth theory, and I don't even call it theory anymore, but if you're not familiar with the idea that we've been lied to about the shape of the earth, I encourage you to get Dave Weiss's app. It's the Sun, Moon, Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Flat Earth Clock. Jesus, I can never remember it. But anyway, there's a link down below. If you use my referral, Beard is my referral link. And if you use my referral, I get credit and I get some additional DOME token. This token was airdropped, and shortly after it was airdropped, you can see there was a big run up on the token. As you can see, it has since settled back down. Again, if you are new to crypto, this is the kind of chart that most people in crypto have become familiar with. It's very common to see these huge run-ups. And today I'm really going to point out to those of you that are new in crypto why crypto is the greatest performing asset in history. And it's because of this volatility right here. Look at the people that were true believers, in other words, that were buying this token, the DOME token, after it launched and all the way up until this run up. Let's see what their payoff was. All right. And I'm not even going to take it to the top. I'm just going to take it kind of to the upper portion of this channel. All right. That is over a 12x. Okay, so imagine having put $1,000 into this token, accumulated $1,000 worth of the token up until this big run up. All right, and then waking up a few days into this run and being able to sell off or take profits of $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, and all of that would have happened in a period of 12 months. Just imagine any portion of your stock portfolio doing a 10x in 8 months, 10 months, even a year. It's just unheard of. So those are the kind of opportunities that you can avail yourself of if you are doing the work of doing research and finding strong communities. This is a very strong community. There's also a lot of newcomers here in that are being brought into the crypto community from the flat Earth community because of this token being airdropped to people who have Dave Weiss's app, the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. So look also at look how quickly this dip has been bought up. This is a 3-day chart. So in less than a week, a lot of this dip has been bought up. So, but the DOME token is definitely in what I would like to call the reload zone. It's where, at least in my opinion, and this is not financial advice, in fact, do not buy any of these tokens. All right. Crypto, in addition to being the best performing asset in history and the most volatile asset in history, it's the biggest scam in history. All right. It's just a big Ponzi. So don't get involved in crypto. Everything here is just for entertainment purposes. I would never buy any of this trash. All right. Now, this is the DOME token. Thank you, Dave Weiss. We appreciate the airdrop. Again, I'm accumulating down here again. I'm buying back in, buying a new position even, really. So that is the DOME token. Now, the next token that is on our list is very closely related to the DOME token, and that is a token that was founded by a friend of mine. It is called the Realm token, and the Realm token is what I like to call a tribute token, what a lot of people call a tax token. And what that means is that when you buy or sell the token, you are paying a premium. Again, some people call it a tax. I like to call it a tribute. Either way, it is a premium above and beyond the actual price of your tokens. All right. Now, that premium that you pay, or that tribute, as I like to call it, in the case of this particular token, the Realm token, it goes to purchase DOME tokens, which is the token we just looked at, and it distributes those tokens to the people to the wallets that hold Realm token. So by purchasing and holding Realm in your wallet, you also get a free distribution of DOME every time that liquidity pool on the chain, on the blockchain, is active with buyers and sellers. All right. This token that Nate launched has a very organic chart. This is what I like to call a, what was I thinking about today, different from the analogy I've been using. It's a cottage token. All right. So the analogy I've been using is some of the tokens that you'll see that we talk about if you're new to crypto. They're like your large breweries, like Anheuser-Busch, Miller, Coors. These are all international brewers that have huge distribution models, right? Then you might occasionally like to go to a microbrewery, right, and have a beer, in which case chances are, if it's a small enough brewery, the only place that they distribute to is right there in their brewery. So you have to go to the place. It's a little bit more trouble, but you often get a great product. So microbrewery is this type of token, or a cottage token. All right, and in between are tokens like the Dome token, and those tokens have higher liquidity, higher market cap, although not they're what I would consider, in my analogy, breweries that have like statewide distribution, right? They've been around a while, they've developed a following, and so now they have kind of a regional distribution model. All right, so that's like the Dome token. This particular token is a cottage token, or a micro cap, a micro brewery in my analogy. And when Nate launched it, he probably launched it with less than a couple of $100 in liquidity. And we all took notice of it. He told us about it, his friends and family, we all bought in. And then he also has connections in other communities. And so he's been making the rounds, and I don't even want to say pitching it, but sharing it with members in those communities. And they've bought in. And so this creates a much more organic gathering of people who are a lot less likely to jeet their bags. And for those of you new to crypto, jeet means that after a good run up, a doubling, a tripling, or a 10x like we were looking at a while ago on the Dome token, or excuse me, that was a 12x. A lot of people, they're just in for the quick buck, to make a quick 10x or 15x or whatever it might be, whereas people that come into your community in this fashion tend to stay longer, tend to ride out the bull markets, and not take profits in a way that is destructive to the project. So that is Realm token, and again, it's a tribute token that rewards holders of Realm with the Dome token. All right, next project we are going to look at on our regular list. I'm going to go really quick today through our regular list, just because I've got a special, we're going to take a special look at another project on Pulsechain. Okay. Let's look at ticker Pulsechain. This token is in the vein of things like ticker Bitcoin. If you are new to crypto, you may, even if you've played around a little bit on Ethereum, you may have heard of a meme coin called ticker Bitcoin. All right, the ticker symbol is indeed Bitcoin, but it has nothing to do with the granddaddy of us all, Bitcoin. It is simply a meme coin, and the meme coin is called Harry Potter Obama, something else. And it in the crypto world, we call these schizo tokens, or skits tokens, I guess. Schizophrenic tokens. They are in that genre. And this particular token is the same way. It is Pulsechain's version of what on Ethereum is known as ticker Bitcoin. This is ticker Pulsechain. And again, it is not the native token of Pulsechain, which is PLS, is the ticker symbol for that token. But this particular token, its full title, not its ticker symbol, is called Peter Parker Bush did 9/11 Kirby Pepe. So again, kind of a schizophrenic, multiple personality name. And we cover this because we like it as truthers. We all know that, you know, planes didn't knock down the buildings in New York. So this chart is looking very healthy. Again, a lot like the previous chart that we looked at, a lot like Dome. It had a big run up. And let's see, off of the bottom, let's just say off of launch. Oops. So just if you're new to crypto, again, I just want to show you the kind of profits. So this was to the top in that first week. This was a 6x. Had you gotten in early on the project, you could have taken some profits and then bought back in, or you could have just held, because now you're almost back up. Even if you had held, you would still be up 3x, almost a 4x. All right, and this chart, again, I'm not a chart analyst. A lot of people might call this a huge cup, and this a handle. I wouldn't call it that, but I would say that this area right here, since November, is an accumulation / distribution area, and it's getting much much thinner, which indicates that there's likely to be a move. Okay, so I tend to believe that it will likely pop up. I have also been accumulating here again. I got this token fairly early. I love the community. The community on Pulsechain that this token comes out of is the same community as Orange Man Good, OMG. I think it's called the Big Brain community. I'm in their Twitter. I stop by every now and again. There's some other projects, but this is my favorite of them all. So ticker Pulsechain. All right, let's talk real quick. If you're new to crypto, how do you tell the difference between a token like my friend Nate's token that I would call a cottage coin, or a token that's a bigger market cap? All right. Now I'm using DEX tools. A lot of people in crypto like DEX Screener. And I have it set up over here. What you want to look for is the liquidity pools. So this particular token is what I would call kind of your, a citywide brewery. That they're not a cottage token anymore. They've got maybe citywide distribution, right, of their nice little home brew. And because this particular pool has $55,000 in the liquidity pool. Now that makes the market cap a little over $500,000, $534,000. All right, so think about, if you're new to crypto, market cap is the value of the tokens in all of the wallets. Okay, that's the number of tokens times the price. That's what, if you could sell, if somebody would buy all of the tokens, market cap is what you would get for them. Okay, that's not the case though. You're never going to get, if everybody sold their tokens, you would not get the market cap value out of that transaction. okay? The maximum that you would get out of any transaction, okay, if everybody holding these tokens wanted to cash out, the maximum aggregate that everybody's going to get paid is what's in the liquidity pool, which is $55,000. All right. So those are a couple of things, if you're new to crypto, just coming in, that you want to look at. All right. The lower the market cap, the earlier you are, generally speaking, in a project, especially these kind of projects, these homegrown projects. Okay. So once you get up to a market cap of, say, 1 to 10 million, all right, now you're looking at a much bigger project. All right. So a project that's already 10 million in market cap, for it to go to 100 million in market cap, right? You're only going to get, that's only a 10x. Okay, most people that are coming into crypto are not looking for just a 10x, right? That's kind of the bottom of the range they're looking at. All right, so there's more risk in a lower cap market cap token, but there's also more potential upside. All right, so but remember, the higher the liquidity, the better off you are, because the more liquidity there is in a project, the easier it is to move in and out of the token with minimal slippage. All right, so that is for our newcomers, and we're going to keep taking a look at some projects, and we're going to look at another of my friend Nate's project. This project rewards people with this particular token, ticker Pulsechain. All right, and that particular project is called ticker Monero. All right, so again, if you're new to crypto, ticker Pulsechain, the project we are just leaving, is a standard meme coin. All right, meme coins are a category of tokens that communities spring up around, or that communities create. All right. In the case of this particular token, ticker Monero, and let me tell you the full title again. This is one of those tokens that's also in that schizoid, schizophrenic, genre, and the full name of the token is Nate, man, couldn't you done something a little easier? All right, Naruto Uzumaki, gay Obama tried to hide. Oh man, it doesn't show up here. Let me get it on Deck Screeners, guys, because it's a funny name. It really is. All right, let's do this. Let me get the. All right, here's another quick lesson for those of you that are new to crypto. All right, anytime you're dealing with looking up a token to purchase a token, or to look it up, guys, there are so many scams, and it's crypto in general. So when Pulsechain was created, forked from Ethereum, scammers came automatically, right? It's not that there are only scammers on Pulsechain or only scammers on other chains. They're everywhere. That's just the way it is. Okay, it's like anything else in the world. Buyer beware. And I know everybody thought, if you're new to the truther community, I know everybody thinks the government's taking care of you, and the FDA investigates all the drugs that they prescribe to you. Guys, it's not true. It's not true. Buyer beware, and the government are the biggest criminals that you need to be aware of. All right, back to the lesson, guys. So if you're new to crypto, on any one of these pages where you're finding the token, what you want to do is look for something like this. If you can see where I've got my scroller over here, this is the contract address. All right. So that's what you want to copy to put into your, if you're going to add it, the token to your wallet, you would need to copy this address and paste it in your wallet. If you're trying to purchase it on a DEX, this is the address, the contract address that you would need to copy and paste. So for me, I'm copying and pasting the token address into DEX tools so that I can get the proper full name revealed to me. I don't want to mislead anybody. All right, so the full title of ticker Monero is Naruto Uzumaki Gay Obama Tried to Hide Flat Earth Luigi Wojak. All right, one more time. Naruto Uzumaki Gay Obama Tried to Hide Flat Earth Luigi Wojak. All right, so that's the full title of the token. And as you can see, Nate also did a great job of launching this token. Now, this token has been around a good bit longer than the Realm token. And even though, again, he probably started this particular pool with a couple of $100, and it's at nearly $2,000. Again, this is a microbrewery token in my my brewery analogy. So this is, if you were hunting microbrews, you wouldn't be able to find these beers anywhere but at Nate's Pub. All right. You have to go through a little tokens like this, guys, when you're purchasing them, even if you're using a DEX aggregator, especially if you're using a DEX aggregator. And it's easier to purchase these tokens. You get less slippage if you go directly to the pools, to the DEXs where the pools are. This particular pool is on Pulsechain V2. All right. And if you go there, again, you probably want to do smaller transactions. And that's the easiest way, but a little bit of slippage on a token like this isn't a big deal. All right, it's got a lot of room to go. And I love the way this chart looks. Look how organic the growth was. Again, he launched the token. This particular token is based on the Pulsechain contracts. Pulsechain is another community. If you're new to Pulsechain or if you're new to crypto, it's just a cottage community that sprung up on Pulsechain, and they have a particular type of token that they advocate for, and they have several of them, and they are tokens just like this. Their contracts work just like this. I'm not sure exactly. I think the buy-in and sell tax in this, it's under 5%. It might be 3 or 4%. The way it works is when you purchase ticker Monero, what you're doing when it hits your wallet, it becomes basically a way for you to claim ticker Pulsechain. All right. Anytime somebody buys or sells ticker Monero, you're going to get the gift of ticker Pulsechain in your wallet, in the same wallet that you hold ticker Monero, as a reward. All right, for doing nothing. It's one of the ways that coders have figured out how to monetize the blockchain so that we get more benefit. Again, Web3 is all about the users of the technology being the owners and getting the benefit. If you're new to crypto, think about it like this. All right. In the 90s, when the internet first really became popular, it was read only. Okay. Then it was read write. Right? Think about when things like Facebook first came on the scene. You could post things, right? You could blog, you could do stuff like that. But the people who benefited from those activities, it wasn't you, right? It was Facebook. Facebook became wealthy. You didn't become wealthy, okay? with blockchain technology, what Web3 technology means is that the users become the owners. All right. The people that are using the technology are becoming the owners. And this is one way that happens. All right. You do a transaction for one token, but that token has liquidity web and interacts with the rest of the blockchain. And anytime somebody uses the DEX to buy or sell that token, you're getting reward in a completely different currency. All right, guys, it's magic, I'm telling you. So this is ticker Monero, and it rewards you with ticker Pulsechain. We're getting a little bit behind, so we are moving on. The next token that we are going to talk about is my OG token. This token is called the, whoops, I'm on the wrong screen. This token is called the My Yield and Liquidity Farm token, affectionately known as the MYLPH token. All right, this was our first project, the MYLPH Mafia's first project, and it has all the hallmarks of a first project. Looking back, we launched it. I would never launch it the way we launched it. We launched it the way a lot of tokens launched today. And then we had a lot of growing pains. And so it did this ugly thing here. Now, you can say it's ugly. It is starting to perk up again. This is a very cottage token. It's got a little W that's formed here on what I can most assuredly say is the bottom because I made the bottom and I'm going to continue to, it won't go lower than this. I can guarantee you that. Now, the original premise behind the MYLPH token has taken a sidetrack. If you go to the website, you can see the MYLPH manifesto. However, that kind of got sidetracked, and the team is no longer committed to a staking platform in the manner that we first envisioned it. However, we are using MYLPH. MYLPH is going to be a yield farm as we go forward with some of our other projects. And for giveaways and airdrops, the MYLPH token will be the primary receiver of those airdrops. For example, the next project we're going to talk about is the FBG 666 token. That's also kind of in that schizophrenic genre. That project will be airdropped to people who hold the MYLPH token. We want to reward you if you kind of hung in there. We're going to reward your wallet. Or if you'd like to support the channel, if you'd like to support the team, if you'd like to support me, if you'd like to get a free airdrop of the next token that we're going to look at that's already out there, instead of buying it, you could buy the MYLPH token a lot cheaper. Now, I don't think it's not going to be a 1-for-1. There's a huge discrepancy in the token supply of each of these tokens, but I'm almost considering doing a flat airdrop. So whether you own, whether you're the OA wallet that MYLPH OA wallet that holds 50 million tokens, or whether you're somebody that buys MYLPH tonight and you have 10 tokens, you may get the same airdrop of FBG. I'm strongly considering it. So that is the OG project from the crypto hippies before we did the brand, before I branded crypto hippies. We were the MYLPH Mafia, and to be honest, we just kind of we dropped the ball in the transition of trying to figure out, once we decided not to do the staking platform, in that transition, we just fizzled the project. And so that's how we're using it now. Next token we're going to look at is the token that you will get an airdrop of that I launched a couple of weeks ago. It is called the Fuck Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, the WEF, the WHO, and the rest of the Pooh World Order. And no, that is not a mistake when I say the Pooh World Order instead of New World Order. And that's a shout out to another group in our community, King Pooey, the King Pooey token, and the guys, Crypto Compassion, the guys that do the Shit Show is the name of their Monday through Thursday afternoon show. I popped in this afternoon during the show, and so they're part of the No Permissions community. And you can find a link for the No Permissions community down below. If you're new to crypto, I encourage you to find somewhere that this is going to be a great place. We're going to talk about that in a minute to learn some basics, but I encourage you to find a community like the No Permissions community. Randy Halarski is the founder of our little club, the No Permissions group. No Permissions is very much tied into this particular project. The FBG token and a lot of what we do on this channel hopefully is going to lead to discussions about how to live outside of the jurisdiction of the people that we really despise. You know, I mean, Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, the World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization, the UN, the United Nations, the United States government, you know, the cabal known that think they can run roughshod over free men and women. And the problem is everything they do is constitutional, is lawful in some way, and we volunteer for it. And the No Permissions brand, Randy Halarski and the people that hang around there, we're all dedicated to learning how to live outside of the jurisdiction of those people that mean us harm. And guys, I don't know if you lived through the last 5 years, how can you look at government as a as a means for good anymore? They're just not. They're obviously they're everything that they have their handful is here to harm us. All right. So, and to that end, you should join the resistance. That's the motto of the FBG 666 token. Again, it's in that schizoid genre. Fuck Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, the WEF, the WHO, and the rest of the Pooh World Order. Right. That's pretty schizophrenic right there. And this token actually is a reward token, just like my friend Nate's tokens are. This token, however, rewards the token of the No Permissions community. Again, remember when we were talking about meme coins are tokens that communities spring up around. Think about Doge, right? Dogecoin came first, the community came second. Right, and then the green candles came. Whereas with the NOPE token, the community came first. All right, it's a strong community. It had been around for several years prior to Randy monetizing the community in the form of Patreon and in the form of the token. So the community came first, then the token, and so the No Permissions token was founded by Randy Halarski's and the No Permissions community, again, dedicated to teaching people how to live free and how to live outside of the jurisdiction of the cabal. All right, so the FBG 666 token is kind of a fun token. The supply of the token is 666,000, so it's not even a million tokens, 666,000. Less than a third is still in the liquidity pools. So it went live. It's right now, it's in 3 liquidity pools: Pulse, the Note token, and the Solid X token, which is another token that came out of the no permissions community. Or someone out of someone out of the no permissions community founded. And a lot of this token has already been bought up by my family and friends. All right. And like I say, there's probably about a third of what I originally put in the liquidity pools. And I put in 222,000 tokens. The other 2/3, 1/3 is going to be airdropped. Again, I was talking about that. People who own the MYLPH token or part of that original community, if you own MYLPH or GILF NFTs, if you own the MYLPH token, you are going to get a big portion of a third of those. Also, people in the no permissions community, I'll get with Randy and we'll airdrop some of FBG 666 to you. The last third is being held by the OA wallet, and that's going to be for future giveaways. So probably as we continue the bull run, I would say in the last third of 2025, we'll start giving those away and allocating those as we continue the climb. All right, guys, that is Fuck Bill Gates. Proud to be the founder. Hope you enjoy the memes. Next token we're going to look at, let's see, we've done ticker Pulsechain, MYLPH, Monero, Realm, Dome, FBG. We're going to look at the Note token before we get into our final project. All right, so FBG is the cottage token, and it rewards, or the tribute token, excuse me, it is a cottage token. It's a small cap or micro cap. And it is also a reward token or a tribute token. Some people call them tax tokens. And if you purchase FBG 666, all right, if you purchase Fuck Bill Gates, then you are going to, just for holding that token, you are going to receive the Note token in your wallet as a reward every time somebody transacts on the blockchain with FBG 666. Even transfers are taxed at 0.99%. All right. So this is the Note token. This is the community token for Randy Halarski's. And guys, if you're new to crypto, I want to share this with you because this is the stuff that happens all the time in crypto. I cannot tell you. Now, I came in at the top of the last bull run. So when I came in, and I was very, I came into a community, the Hex community, that was, by the time I had both feet in crypto and was really throwing money in, they were a very maximalist community, meaning, they really frowned on purchasing and holding tokens like these tokens, okay? And the story of the evolution of how we've come to where we are now, that's for another time. But when I came into the market, I was in that Hex Maxi community, that feeling. And so I missed a lot of opportunities. I'm telling you right now, if you're new to crypto, do not listen to people. The worst mistake you could make is getting involved in a community where they shun you or they chide you for wanting to invest in other tokens. All right. There is a lot of opportunity in crypto, and you should be availing yourself of all of these safe ones that you can find. Okay. So just take a look. So this token, again, I had been a member. I'd been hanging out with Randy Halarski for several years online, watching his live streams. he used to do on Wednesday nights during the bear market. On Wednesday nights, he would stream and he would gamble online. And then when he won, he would share those with the people that were on stream, on the live stream with him. So after he decided, at some point, the community just got so big that it had to go behind a paywall. All right, so he established his Patreon, and we were all more than happy to take advantage of that. And after the Note token launched, it was an airdrop. Again, airdrop is something, if you're new to crypto, airdrop just means you're getting free tokens. And if they are from a trusted source, you are very likely to be in profit with them. Even if the tokens print a chart like this and you sold them off at the very bottom, right? If you sold them off, it was free money to begin with. All right. So Randy started his Patreon, and then he launched the token, and he airdropped the token to every member of his Patreon. Okay. So let's look at the value of the tokens when he launched the tokens. And I won't even go all the way to the tippity top. We'll just go into the upper channel here. All right. That was a 6x, 6.5x. Okay. So number one, we got free money sitting in our wallet, and then it did this kind of run. Okay. Now, the chart right now, again, if you are new to crypto, this is exactly what projects do. All right, especially when they're in a bear market, all of this. And if you're new to crypto, you may be, we have been in a bull market with Bitcoin, a little bit with Ethereum. We've been in an upward trend, but what in crypto is called the real bull market really it isn't starting till now, right? We're in the early stages of the price discovery, when Bitcoin's in price discovery, when the biggest gains will be made. All right. So this happens all the time with projects. In fact, the bigger they are, the bigger these drop. The bigger they climb, but the bigger they fall also. Okay. So from the top of when everybody was most enthusiastic about the project to where it bottomed out was an 87%, 90% drop. Again, if you are new to crypto, guys, get used to that. A 90% drop is really nothing. It happens all the time, especially in bear markets. Okay, but I will say this again. I don't do chart analysis really, but I will tell you this is a nice W that is formed, and it looks like the chart is looking very healthy now. Personally, I'm accumulating here. That's not financial advice. Again, crypto is the riskiest, most high stakes game of hot potato you will ever play. You do not want to be the last one holding the hot potato. All right, guys, that's the Note token. Next, we are going to take a quick look at a project that launched last week. It also came out of the No Permissions group, okay? And this, I would call this kind of a regional size brewery. All right, it's a brewery that you might find in the hill country in Texas that distributes its beer all over the state. All right, so if you're, let's get this. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to use Dex Screener for this one. Guys, those of you that have been around, have you noticed that there are times that Dex Screener, especially when you're dealing with, like, a lot of the tokens I look at are these cottage tokens, smaller tokens, just like the one that that I launched, FBG 666 recently, or that my friend Nate. These that are going to have some organic growth going into the bull cycle. But if they don't have a good bit of trading volume every day, man, you can't find them on Dex Screener. That's why I stopped using it. But I'm going to use this with this particular token because he has all his socials up on Dex Screener. So, and I want to click through those as I present to you. The token I'm talking about is called Gelato. All right. Now, I'm going to remove this fib. All right, so this is also a great looking chart. All right. But again, if you are new to crypto, you're not used to waking up one day, buying a token. People that bought this early, guys, that's a 22x. Imagine getting up early one day, going to the computer, buying $1,000 of a token, and 4 hours later, or 2 days later, or even a week later, having that $1,000 turn into $22,000. You don't find these opportunities in any other markets. And the reason you find them in crypto is because it's so volatile, guys. There's an emotional learning curve if you're new to crypto. And one of the priorities that we have in Conspiracy Crypto is that if you're new to crypto and you find us, we want you to know that the projects that we talk about are projects that have been vetted to the degree that anybody can, right? But I can speak personally about a lot of these projects. I know the people that founded them. I know how long they've been in the community, so forth and so on. So hopefully what we are is kind of a funnel, and as you get your footing into the basics of crypto, you're also going to be surrounded by projects that are going to be here long term, and that the people in those communities are going to be helpful to you. Every project that I've talked about here tonight, you can go to their Telegram, and guys, everybody has a personality. Since from last week to today, I've had somebody that's been in Telegram badgering me about getting the Telegram set up for FBG 666, all right? And so everybody's got a personality. I'm not saying everybody that you meet in these communities is going to be your best friend, but they're going to be helpful, right? They're not going to turn you away. So hopefully, as you're going through the learning curve, if you're new to crypto, you can rest assured you can find a lot of help in these communities, in these projects. All right. This is Gelato, guys. Gelato is also what I like to call a tribute token, or a tax token, or a reward token. All right. When you buy this token and hold this token, anytime there's activity with it on the blockchain, your wallet, the wallet that holds the token, will also get an airdrop or a distribution or a reward of some other tokens. In this particular case, the tokens that are rewarded by holding Gelato are, number one, Hex. And Hex, for those of you that are new to the blockchain, Hex is Richard Hart's original token. Okay, Richard Hart is the founder of Pulsechain and the founder of Hex. He founded Hex originally on Ethereum, and when the Ethereum chain became too expensive to operate Hex on, he forked Ethereum. Fork, for those of you new to crypto, means that you basically copy the code, and so he forked Ethereum. That chain is called Pulsechain, and you can find Hex on both the Ethereum chain and the Pulse and on Pulsechain. And Hex is one of the tokens that you will receive in your wallet as a reward for purchasing and holding Gelato. All right. And Hex has some other aspects of it that if you're new to crypto, I'd love to share with you, but we're in a hurry. So we're going to go on. You'll have to come back another time for that. The other token, and the primary token, the biggest reward that you will get for holding Gelato is SolidX. SolidX is it's the sugar daddy token of the the no permissions group. All right. The NOPE token is the flagship token. That is the no permissions community token, NOPE token. All right. The founder of SolidX was a member of the no permissions community. He founded the SolidX token, and I like to call it the Sugar Daddy token because it was the biggest airdrop we've received. Guys, again, if you're new to crypto, getting yourself established and finding your tribe on Web3 it's not just a feel-good thing, but ultimately it turns into a profitable thing. And this brings to mind one of the themes of my channel, and that is making people understand that meme coins are not just for quick in and out profit. Meme coins, to the people that are involved in these communities, meme coins represent a way that we have discovered to monetize our online social and learning activities, right? You've got to stop thinking about meme coins is get in there, make your 10x and get out, or make your 100x and get out. Guys, there's so much more value in these communities if you flip a switch and start thinking about it from the perspective of the people in the communities. The people in these communities, these tokens represent a way for us to monetize our online activities, to monetize our social time, to monetize our learning time. Think about how much time we spend learning how to do crypto. All right, it's a constant process to keep up, right? And being involved in these communities that launch projects like this, that get airdrop to your wallet, that then turn into thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. Guys, what kind of magic is that? It's really unbelievable. And so that's one of the hidden gems that I encourage you, if you're new to crypto, to really sink your teeth into. Get into these communities, find your tribe. Guys, I'm telling you, there's a place for you're a flat earther, hey, you found your home right here, right? We talk about the Dome token. We talk about the Realm. We talk about other truther activities, FBG 666, right? So Gelato, though, rewards the SolidX token. And the SolidX token, again, is the sugar daddy of the no permissions community. It's a great token. Guys, we'll go more in depth about SolidX. That's a whole nother story. But Gelato is a great project. I was on stream on the shit show today with Canadian. I can't remember the guy's full name. He's a great guy out of the No Permissions group. He spent a lot of time developing the code for this. One of the things I love about the code for Gelato is, for example, when it launched, he kind of protected the chart from the jitters from the sniper wallets, because the code can adjust how much the tribute or the tax is for the token. Okay, for some tokens, that tax in or the tribute that you pay, the premium that you pay coming in and out, it's locked. It is what it is. That's the way it is for a lot of tokens. However, in the case of Gelato, what they did at launch is they increased the sell tax. And I can't remember what it was. I missed the launch, so it really didn't affect me. I would have been a holder anyway, a hodler. But and so he made the tax to get out for the first day or so really big, like 10, 12, 15%. I don't know. So that kind of kept the bots from being able to take profit. It kept the cheaters from, and it made them really think about whether they were going to cheat their bags. And you can see the chart's done really well. Again, guys, there's going to be a lot of volatility in all of these projects, but this is a beautiful, beautiful chart. It doesn't look anything like the MYLPH chart, right? Again, if you're new to crypto, you can come right over here. What you want to look at the liquidity pool. Again, the liquidity pool, the liquidity value is going to tell you how easily you can get your position out. So if you've got big bags, so if you're new to crypto and you've got 100,000, you can put in $100,000 clips. In other words, you could buy, if you're got multi-millions of dollars or at least $1 million, you could buy $100,000 of a token. But you couldn't buy $100,000 of this token, and where it tells you that is right here in the liquidity pool section. So the liquidity tells you how big your entry and your exit door is, right? How much of your money can you get in with? So if you're going to buy, if you've got $100,000 clip that you're going to throw in, you want to look for a liquidity pool. You want to look at a token that has liquidity pools higher than, say, $10 million. Okay. Now, market cap is the other thing you want to look at. If you've got smaller clips, if you're just looking to buy $1,000 of something, okay, then a $2.3 million market cap is a small enough market cap that you'll probably have a lot of upside, and the liquidity pool is large enough to absorb a $100,000 buy. All right. So now you might need a little bit of slippage. And again, slippage would be the premium that you're paying in order to get the full order filled. Okay. So that is Gelato. I wanted to highlight it. Let's take a look at the website. The website. Let me make sure we're still seeing this. No. All right. Whoops. All right, I'm going to get off the chart here. And we're going to share Gelato's website. Again, this is not something that I normally do. However, since we're just highlighting, we're highlighting this project for the first time, this is Gelato's website. Okay. Tokenomics, again, if you're new to crypto, tokenomics is a term that refers to all of the specific information about the token contract. Okay. So here's where you would go to find out about the specifics of the contract. And as you can see, great website. So right now he has the buy fee or the buy tribute or the buy tax set at 4%. Okay. So if you're going to purchase this token, you have to set your slippage at 5%, 4% or higher. 5% is probably 4.5% is pretty good. Okay. All right. Now, out of that premium that you pay, that anybody pays if they purchase or sell this token, 70% or 50 to 70% goes into rewards. Okay. In other words, that's the amount that's going to go to distributing Solid X token and Hex to all the holders of Gelato. Okay. 25 to 45%. And again, in his contract, he can go in and adjust that. All right. And there's lots of different reasons. Again, if you're new to crypto, we can talk about that way later. All right. But in essence, what's happening is the contract, anytime somebody buys or sells this token, 25 up to 45% is going to go and buy the token, buy Gelato off of the market and burn it. It's going to make it inaccessible, thereby decreasing the supply that's available to the general public to buy and use. All right. And that, think about it this way, if you make something more scarce, if you, if you're an artist and you make 100 prints of your most famous painting, right, that's not nearly, as valuable as the actual painting, right? Because that's more scarce. Okay. All right. 5% of 5 to 15% of this token, of the buy sell fee goes to shore up the liquidity. It goes into the locked liquidity pool. Okay. And 5% goes to the Genesis wallet or the Genesis address. In other words, the founders or the founding team. All right. There are 3 smart contracts that are audited. Audited means that if you're new to crypto, an audited contract on the blockchain means that a third party has gone through the code and determined that there's nothing malicious about the code. All right. So in other words, clicking on the contract, investing in the contract, having a token associated with the contract in your wallet, it cannot affect you in any negative way. All right. All right. Here you can see that the deflationary buy and burn affects these tokens: SolidX, Gelato, and Stack. All right. And that's another token that's associated. All of these tokens are associated with the no permissions community. All right. The rewards come to you in SolidX and PHEX. All right. And it looks like he's got looks like this might be his liquidity web. Okay. All right, the liquidity pool here, you can see that the liquidity is strategically paired and weighted, Trojan liquidity web, custom design. And guys, I'm going to talk about some projects. If you're new to Pulsechain, I can vouch for these guys. The team that developed this particular project, Gelato, is, it's Rags to Riches is his old, Build the Tech is his new handle. All right, he used to be known as Rags to Riches. It's Brandon. He also has some projects on Pulsechain, but now his main thing is helping other people launch projects through Build the Tech, and they did all of this liquidity web building and the contracts that go along with this project. All right, the main pairing is with PLS, and again, if you're new to crypto, that is the gas token or the primary token that you need in order to do any activity on Pulsechain is PLS. Just like on Ethereum, to transact anything, to do any activity on Ethereum, you have to have ETH or Ethereum. To do anything on Bitcoin's blockchain, you have to have Bitcoin in your wallet. Okay, so that is Gelato. You can also see a visual of what we were just talking about. Okay, all of the tokenomics. All right, guys. So that is Gelato. I wanted to. We're going to make get in the habit of doing a new project at least a couple of times a week. We've been covering our main core, our conspiracy tokens, right? Our crazy tinfoil hat tokens. We've been covering those, and we'll continue to cover those sometimes quicker than others. Again, my whole object for this channel is it'd be someplace newcomers can come, people that are new to crypto, and I'm going to break things down. I'm going to break the terminology down for you so that you kind of begin to understand the journey that you on. Guys, if you're new to crypto, I want to encourage you. There is a lot to learn. I'm 4 years in. This is my 5th year, about to start my 5th year, I guess, in crypto. And the list of my list of things to learn and to get more familiar with or to do research on gets longer and longer and longer. But I want you to rest assured that we're going to help you out. One of the things that I know is going to be coming up is we're going to do I can't decide if we're going to do it on Zoom or if we're going to do it maybe like live here and use chat as the Q&A, but we're going to do kind of like a basic onboarding for you guys that want to get familiar with some different types of wallets if you're new to crypto. And we'll set it up. So again, we're either so that we're doing a Zoom or we're doing it here and I can share my screen and we can just go step by step. How do you add a token to a wallet? How do you connect your wallet to an exchange? How do you get your tokens off an exchange? We're just going to do basic stuff for people that are brand new to crypto. All right, guys. A couple other things before I get out of here. That is, I want to update everybody. If you're in the conspiracy community, you know that right now what's going on is the final experiment. If you're new to flat Earth, if you've never thought outside of the idea that we could live anywhere else besides a spinning ball jettisoning through non-existent space at millions and millions of miles an hour. Right now, there's an experiment that's going on it was actually the globe community and the flat Earth community. There are members of both communities on their way to as far south as they can go to Antarctica, and the purpose being to observe the path of the sun. If in fact we live on a globe, most people would agree that at the bottom of the globe, during the summer months of the southern hemisphere, you would have a 24-hour sun, a sun that you can stand at the South Pole and watch circle around you, right? We can observe this in the northern hemisphere. If you go far enough north, you will observe, and there are thousands of amateur videos online of people watching the 24-hour sun circle them in the north. And what we call the object of the sun, what most people believe is the physical sun, that's a different story, is visible to you the entire time, okay? The same should be true in the south, right? Flat Earth contends that in the south, in the Antarctic Circle, you do not see a 24-hour sun that circles you, okay? While it may be possible to see daylight and sunlight are two different things. That's another discussion. That's a scientific discussion of a different type. But daylight and sunlight are different things. And there may be times in the south, a lot of flat earthers would concede that you see daylight for a majority part of the 24-hour, what we call a 24-hour day. But that it would be impossible on a flat Earth, the way we think the flat Earth model is, for you to see a sun circling around you, what we believe is the object of the sun, the physical object itself circle around you. And so these two teams of people have flown down there, and last night they did an update. It's Jaron from Jaronism and Austin Whitsitt. Oh my gosh, guys, I didn't realize we were this far over an hour, so I'll talk quicker. Anyway, last night their update was that their compasses were kind of going crazy. They were able late at night to observe what appeared to be daylight, but it was south of where they believed it was south. Again, their compasses were having a difficult time centering. And but they believe where they were looking was south, and they were able to see daylight. So it's very intriguing. The people that were in the chat during the live stream were, of course, bombing that proved that we are on a globe. I disagree. There are many reasons. That's why I disagreed. If you guys that are in the conspiracy in the flat Earth community, guys, I totally agree. The only thing I disagreed with is them calling it the final experiment, right? I hated that wordplay. There's no such thing as a final experiment. Science's entire presupposition is that there's always going to be a theory to test, right? Experiments are to collect evidence and data, right? You can say that an experiment offered evidence that the earth is flat or that the earth is round or whatever, but there's no final experiment that is going to prove. Nothing gets proven in science. That's the whole premise of science. Nothing gets proven. You're always questioning the last validated fact, or the last fact that has been shored up by any evidence. You're always questioning that evidence, right, with different experiments, or by redoing the experiment, right? If it's right only 99% of the time, then it's worth investigating why there's a discrepancy 1% of the time, right? That's science. There's no such thing as a final experiment. There's no such thing as proof of anything. There's only evidence, right? So I kind of disagreed with that, but I did agree that, there was a lot of discussion that it was going to be a trap or whatever. Guys, I agreed with, let's send somebody. I mean, all we're going to do, we're just collecting data, we're collecting evidence. So that's what's been going on in the conspiracy world. So we'll continue to update you guys about that. And maybe tomorrow we'll have some video. Guys, I'm sorry I went long. Have a great evening. Happy green candles. Welcome to the show.